Hey, Kyle.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, magnificent. Thank you for your time today.
Of course, of course. Glad to be here.
Oh, man, great, great. I'm going to do a little bit of an intro. I'm going to kind
Sure.
of push on with the interview so we don't take up too much of your time.
No, all good.
So we're here in One Run HQ. We've got 195 different countries represented in One Run Global right now. We've got people in the Azores, Cape Verde, in Greenland running right at this second. And by the time we probably finish this conversation, we're going to have people from Brazil, South Georgia, and the South Sandwich Islands. I'm as shocked as you are to hear that, but and we're super, super lucky. We've got Carl Harrison here representing No Bully, one of the amazing charities that we're fundraising for. You're Lacrosse Supremo, aren't you? Represented the US.
Yeah. No, I am excited to be here. I play lacrosse. I play for the Redwoods in the Premier Lacrosse League, and I'm fired up to be here.
Man, cool. I was watching some lacrosse because it's not as big over the pond as
Sure.
it is in the States, and I was watching it, and that is some brutal sport, isn't it?
It is, but that's what makes it fun, And it's one of those sports that like the higher levels you get, the less equipment you wear. So it just gets rougher and rougher, which is great.
That just doesn't make sense. You're like one of the best in the world, and so you take all the protection off, so you can
Yeah,
get.
you want to be able to move fast, You want to be able to get around.
Yeah, well, super fast moving. The balls are flying everywhere. The thing that really blew my mind as I was watching. You win the ball, and then everyone decides to hit you with their stick, and it seems that it doesn't matter wherever they want to.
Oh yeah. No, so basically you can't get hit in the head, right? We wear a helmet, so you can't get hit in the head. That's a penalty. And then like legs and down, you shouldn't be hit there, but everywhere else is fair game.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's so nice to be chatting to you. I want to kind of jump into your charitable side. Like
Sure.
you're involved in No Bully. How did that come about? Why did you choose No Bully as a charity that you represent?
Sure. No, well, I think obviously when you talk about causes that people care about, I think for us at the PLL, bullying prevention is an important one. And I think specifically when you look at cyberbullying, this goes on now with how big social media is, it's a massive problem. And so, I connected with No Bully, I want to say a few months ago. Both organizations were busy and we didn't end up making anything happen. And then we reconnected, and here we are. So really excited to be here and supporting them without a doubt.
Cool. And the work they're doing, in every kind of realm of bullying that they're possibly
Mhm.
could, whether it's physical, whether it's online, they're trying to knuckle down on that and just eliminate that from our from humanity. What a needed job that is, like you say.
Absolutely. I think as a sports league that has a lot of visibility, it's important to be a part of the discussion and do our part to amplify it.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. Amen to that. We it's quite funny. Kind of there's this side of you. There's this big strapping guy that the strength you show on the field is incredible, and then but you need that, don't you? It's like for the mental side. For every human needs that inner strength as well in the society we're living in.
Yes, man, you hit the nail on the head. Absolutely. I think for me, my strength comes from the two little ones you hear outside of my door right now, and my wife and my family at home. I'm not as strong as I used to be, but the inner strength you're talking about, man, that's what keeps me going.
Yeah, I think so. And I come from the kind of the same cut as you, where it's my family are everything. I've been shown love, and that allows me to show strength that other people see, but they don't know it comes from that kind of your mums and your dad, your partners, your
Yep.
friends, and that's what this is all about. Like not everyone has been as privileged as us to have that, and we need to step up and speak for those that haven't, I guess.
Yeah, man, you're on it. You're on it completely.
And do you like as a kid? Were you always dreaming of lacrosse, or was there other things in your head?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. So lacrosse, I know you've already mentioned it's not as big over there, but here, specifically where I'm from in Baltimore, Maryland, it's like you're born, you get a lacrosse book, you play from the time you're a kid. So I played basketball, lacrosse, and soccer growing up. Lacrosse is probably my worst sport early. but my father played, so I started gravitating towards it. And then went to college at a place called Johns Hopkins University, had some success there. And honestly, at the time when I graduated, like I said earlier, I'm an old man now. But when I graduated, pro lacrosse had like just kind of started. And so, or I'm sorry, when I got in college, pro lacrosse had just kind of started. So it was not a thought in my head. Like I wanted to be a journalism major. I wanted to work for ESPN. Like that was my goal. And then pro lacrosse grew as I was in college. And then I came out and got drafted #1. And then it's been going 17 years strong since then.
Drafted #1, that's just like magic, isn't it?
Again, I don't want to call it a dream come true because I didn't even dream of it. I didn't even think it was a possibility, and then by the time you get there, it's happening. And we've been so fortunate. I've gotten to travel the world. I met my wife when we moved out west. We've got 2 beautiful kids. My parents are healthy. Siblings are healthy, man. Life is good. No complaints.
Yeah. And have you ever played with Greg the Beast?
Yeah, Greg and I played together on Team USA, and he was on my team on the Redwoods 2 years ago.
Man, because we were chatting actually, and he was actually talking about he gets his little one, he takes him in the gym with him, and he's like heaving iron, and you touched on it as well, I was playing rugby. Your father inspired you, and I was playing rugby. That's our violent sport in comparison, I guess. And playing that with my dad, and that was just such a magical thing to share the passion and
absolute best.
Now we go to the games and we just cheer and we have a beer, but
can't wait for those days, man. That's a dream right there.
Yeah. And like now, you're older, you're wiser, you're stronger. You've got these things around you that are supporting you. Sure. Looking back at you as that little nipper who was just getting involved. Is there pieces of advice you could share that you would share with your younger self?
Yeah, no, I was so lucky, man. I had incredible parents, an incredible support system. I went to an incredible school from kindergarten through 12th grade. Like I have been very fortunate in the path I've taken, and it has so much to do with the people around me, not like the decisions I was making, more so the people that were supporting me making those decisions, the teachers that stayed after to help me if I needed help, my teammates that always looked out for me, my coaches who pushed me. Like I've just had incredible people at every level of my life, every stop of the way, and that's what's enabled me to get to where I've gotten to.
Yeah, a community is everything, isn't it?
Surround yourself with good people. You got it.
And this is it with this event. We've built this little community of 15,000 runners from every single country in the world, and now hopefully that this is just the seed, and that some of those people are going to hopefully be traveling, seeing each other. Those relationships are going to build, and you never know what's going to come of it. It's amazing.
I mean, look, like I said, when we reconnected with No Bully, I think for me, when I heard about this campaign, it was so exciting because with this crazy year that we've all had, just like for a number of different reasons, the thought of doing something to unite every human and bring a community together of people was just so inspiring and exciting. So I was stoked to be a part of it in any capacity, and this is really cool to be on here talking to you.
Yeah. I mean, we're stoked to be part of it as well. Because I banged on about this all day when I'm talking to people, but it's just about that community we're talking about. That's the reason it's here. That's the reason it's been successful. That's the reason we've got all those runners from all the different countries. It's just that for us guys, it's that running community. But there's a community around everything that you're doing, isn't there? Like whatever sport it is, or arts or music, it's amazing.
Yep, yeah, spot on. And I'm sorry I don't have my shirt on. I worked out in it so that thing's it was time to.
No. I love the fact you were working out in it. So it's great to know that you're sweating, chalk on it or whatever it is that you're doing. Kyle, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you. One little question at the end: would you? Is there a piece of advice that you'd offer to all our runners? Obviously, we've got people from everywhere, and lots of them are still to take on their run. All the guys in the States and everything like that. Any advice?
Any advice? I mean, that you put me on the spot there. I think given again, as I just said, given the year we've had and everything that's going on, and then the cause that this goes towards, this incredible event, like Go get it. Go get it. It's 7 to 8 p.m. Like if there's ever a time to push yourself, this is it. Enjoy.
Man, I love that. Go get it. Let's get it done. Enjoy it. Very wise words. Carl Harrison, thank you so much for your time.
You got
It's
it.
been a real
Appreciate
pleasure.
having me. See ya.
See ya, bye.